This is the future.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warframe video. Today we will talk about Trinity and why this Warframe is meta this year. Okay, I know I made a video a couple of weeks ago saying that this is one of the forgotten Warframes in the game, and if you have noticed, I have been posting OG weapons and stuff lately as I want to show you that most of them are still good to play with even if they are old. Trinity is no exemption, and I want to show you why this Warframe is meta in 2024. First, let's talk about Energy Vampire Trinity. The only reason why I think Trinity is still a relevant Warframe in 2024 is because she is built different when it comes to killing Thrax units. She can destroy even level cap Thrax units just by using her Energy Vampire ability on them. You see, Energy Vampire doesn't just give you energy per pulse, but it also inflicts true damage to the enemy that you targeted with this skill. Every enemy in the game has weaknesses that you can exploit, and Thrax unit's weakness is the existence of the Warframe named Trinity. With a max transient fortitude and fleeting expertise, a rank 3 Energy Vampire will trigger all 4 pulses over 1.125 seconds, staggering the target only once at most. With this low duration build, you can allow Trinity to cast Energy Vampire multiple times on a single target, providing a large source of energy and quickly dealing true damage. Thrax units are susceptible to this damage, and you can further benefit from this low duration build when it comes to survivability. When you have the Vampire Leech augment, you can also generate shield for you and your allies to further boost your survivability through shield gating. The base 150% shield replenishment is not affected by any mods, however, it is indirectly affected by ability strength as more overflowing energy per cast means more shields and overshields. This synergizes with Trinity's Blessing, allowing up to 75% damage reduction to be applied to the generated shields and overshields. So basically without adaptation, you will still be tanky with shield because of the damage reduction from Blessing, and you can also abuse the shield gating mechanic with both Energy Vampire and Blessing. The best part about Trinity is you can increase your shield values through mod to increase the duration of your invulnerability after shield break. In normal cases, we will use the catalyzing shield mod to reach the maximum shield value we have and abuse the shield gating mechanic, but because of Blessing that can instantly restore your max shield, you can equip more shield values because you can restore it in one cast. For this build, you will gain 2.5 seconds invulnerability, which is more than enough when paired with Energy Vampire. Lastly, I did not add Prime Flow in the build because I would want to have more excess energy recovery so it would be turned into shield values. Anyway, there's no need for high energy since you have Energy Vampire. Basically, all you need to do is cast Energy Vampire to restore energy and shield, then just cast Blessing when needed or if you like to. In terms of dealing with Thrax units, you just simply cast Energy Vampire to them until they turn into Spectres. Another good synergy is adding a primer gun that can proc viral fast like the Kuva Nukor. The 10 stack of viral will give you health damage bonus, which then increases your overall damage also just by using your Energy Vampire to the Thrax units. However, when you are doing Steel Path Void Cascade, don't use secondary encumber or any weapons that have cold damage as it will slow the Thrax unit. After destroying its physical form, the Thrax unit will slowly turn into its Spectre form when slowed by cold procs, hence increasing the time spent in killing one. Another helpful tip I can give is always use the Madurai Focus when doing the Void Cascade mission. The Void Strike of the Focus School allows you to destroy the spectral form of the Thrax units in one shot. Since you have energy restore and shield gating already in your Trinity, you don't need anything else in your Focus School but something to destroy the Thrax units. In addition, the Trinity setup I showed you is only focused on surviving and destroying the special units, and I highly advise you bring a weapon that can destroy Steel Path Acolytes. Don't just rely on Energy Vampire to kill Acolytes, as the ability won't melt Acolytes the same way as it can the Thrax units. Lastly, bringing a companion will improve your overall experience in the Steel Path Void Cascade. Some players will bring the Smita Cavat for the resource drop buff on its charm ability. This will increase the loot gain on resources and as well as Steel Essence once you activate the resource buff of the companion. If you don't worry that much about Steel Essence gain, then you can always use your trusty sentinels such as Carrier Prime, Dariga, Nautilus, or even the Jin Sentinel in this mission. If you are doing long endurance runs in Steel Path Void Cascade, then it helps to have the Jin Sentinel because of its Reawaken mod that gives you another recovery time option. The best in slot mod in here is probably Duplex Bond, as we would want to use this with a sentinel weapon like Verglass or Hellstrom to spread radiation and blast to enemies. The blast status will cause inaccuracy to enemies, while radiation will make enemies confuse and attack their allies. These effects will help you survive and crowd control so you can focus more on killing the special units in the Void Cascade mission. Now, I have tried the Energy Vampire build with other enemies, and it turns out to be good also against those Whisper bosses that are found in Netrocell missions. The Whisper bosses can be found in all Whispers on the Walls tile set, but I just tested it on the Netrocell mission since it got higher effective health and I want to see if it can be damaged by pure Energy Vampire setup. To my surprise, Trinity's ability does work well against the Whisper boss, and it can compete with other DPS dealers against this specific enemy. Another thing that I have tried is against Demolist units in the Disruption mission in Apollo. As you all know, Disruption mission in Apollo will yield you guaranteed Axii relics after you have defended the right amount of conduits. Now, when you pair it with a Sentinel equipped with the Verglass weapon, modded with Cold Element, Energy Vampire Trinity is fun to use and can kill some Demolish units in the Disruption mission. You Sentinel will slow the Demolish unit and you can just enjoy spamming Energy Vampire on that target. Although certain Demolish units in Disruption missions take longer to take down when using only Energy Vampire, still it's fun as hell as you can also abuse the shield gating mechanic of Trinity in these mission types. By the way, I'm not saying that the damage is bad as the more health the enemies have, the more damage that Energy Vampire can do. It's just not as broken as how it can take down Steel Path and Beyond Thrax units in Warframe. The main reason why I say Trinity is meta in 2024 is because these missions exist. Missions like the Void Cascade and Disruption mission, which don't require you to defend targets or maintain life support, are the main missions in which Trinity excels the most. You only need to kill special units, and this is perfect for Warframes like Trinity. While she is probably not the best in Disruption missions, I say that she is meta when it comes to Void Cascade missions. And mind you, the Steel Path Void Cascade mission right now is one of the best endgame activities in Warframe. This is because of the recent feature added to the game called Arcane Dissolution. In the Steel Path Void Cascade, you will have better chances of getting lots of arcanes since Thrax units can drop Zeraman arcanes, and you will also spawn acolytes which drop weapon arcanes. This is the best mission that you can do when it comes to farming arcanes right now, which you want to dissolve in the Arcane Dissolution system. And this mission can be cheese using an Energy Vampire Trinity. The Warframe just destroys Thrax units, and we all know about this years ago when the Angels of Zeraman update dropped. However, the Steel Path Void Cascade mission this year becomes more relevant to Warframe players, especially to those who love to run level caps. It's not just rewarding because of those arcane drops, but also the Void Gel drops are also handy as you can use it for bio resources in the helminth system. In addition, it's also the fastest mission to reach the level cap in Warframe, which is why every hardcore players love this game mode for testing their builds. Whether you are farming or want to do level cap, Trinity is one of the best Warframe for this mission type. Just a quick tip though, always bring a mod drop chance booster to increase the possibility of dropping arcanes per Thrax kill in this mission. Another perk of doing this mission in Steel Path is also the bonus mod drop chance from the Steel Path levels. If you also have a mod drop chance booster, which you can purchase from the Void Trader if he brings it, then it will further increase the chance of arcane drops. The mission is hot right now, and some players are willing to do a long Steel Path Void Cascade mission. The good thing is that mod drop chance is like the resource drop chance booster that applies to the whole team, and you only need at least one as multiple boosters don't stack. Obviously, Energy Vampire and Blessing are the best abilities of Trinity when it comes to these type of missions, leaving her third and first abilities the perfect slots for subsume builds. However, I highly advise that you don't replace her first ability as it has a special feature that destroys Steel Path Thumpers in the plains of Eidolon in seconds. You can cast Trinity's Well of Life to Steel Path Thumpers and then destroy them with any throwing weapon with the Concealed Explosives weapon augment. The good thing is that life can be a subsume ability, and we can use this with Necro, so we can also use the Warframe's Desecrate ability to gain more loot drops from the Steel Path Thumpers. This is by far the fastest way to earn some of the rare plains of Eidolon resources, such as minerals, which you can either use for crafting things or exchange for standing so you can buy relic packs from the vendor. In terms of subsume abilities, there are only a few that you can use with a low duration Trinity build. Thorough Strike is a good option as the defense strip mechanic is permanent and you can spam this ability with Trinity's insane energy economy. Also, Word Scythe on this Warframe is handy since I don't need to use any primer guns to inflict viral. All I need to do is cast Word Scythe, then cast Energy Vampire to kill those special units easily. The low duration build also helps against Thrax units so that Word Scythe will not slow them down for a long time. So that's all about it. I hope that this video has reignited your desire to play Trinity this year, or if you haven't played Trinity yet, then this is the right time to play the Warframe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Squad Leader signing off.
Ah, a look that says I have arrived.
This is the future.